Hello everybody and welcome to week 4 of the ENC... It's not ENC. Hello everybody and welcome to week 4 of the Falinks Draft League Season 7. This week we're playing against Vedvalt and the RagingRayquaza. This is a team we've played against before, but we didn't actually play against Vedvalt piloting the team. We played against Ice Fraud after Vedvalt dropped last season, week 8. It was a pretty crazy match, one of the closest sets of VGC I've had in Draft League for a very long time. It literally came down to, like, last mon in low HP, if I remember correctly, of game 3, which has not happened before. It may be before, but not for a long time. Yes, we can take a look at the standings tier list. I'm currently 3-0, and he's currently 0-3, which is unfortunate, but let's see. Yeah, he's played 3 great players, right? Spring, Amazing Monkey Dories is currently 4-0 right now, so, you know, that's pretty good. And then he played against, unfortunately for Vedvalt, his prep partner Oryx, so that's just kind of brutal because not only is Ved not going to get help prepping, Oryx kind of knows everything that his team can do. So that just is very unfortunate for Ved. So, I was about to say hopefully he can get a win this week, but no, I do not hope that he gets a win this week. I hope I get a win this week. We can take a look at the team. My team has not changed. I did make what's it called? I made a suggestion, I guess. I extended an offer to another team to waiver one of my Pokemon. They did not take it, even though I think that the Pokemon they have is not very good. It overlaps roles with something else on their team that's just better than it in almost every way, so they didn't want to trade, but that's fine. Anyway, Vedvalt's team is chein-pao, Volcarona, Dragonite, Gothitelle, Rayquaza, Fezandipity, Necrozma-dusk-mane, Torracat, Raichu, Alola, and Wigglytuff. So this team has like one mode, right? Like that's the first thing that you see when you see this team. You see chein-pao, Dragonite, Rayquaza. So you see chein-pao with Sword of Ruin lowering everybody's defense, then Dragonite and Rayquaza spamming very powerful extreme speeds. And you take a look closer and you don't see much else is the biggest problem that I see with this team. You do have Volcarona. Volcarona is a pretty nice support Pokemon, able to redirect away a lot of nasty stuff from those just your attackers, right? Especially next to chein-pao is really nice. I will say, Oryx did do a good job drafting this team because, well, first of all, I think this is really bad. I don't think you want both these. I think you just want one. You pick either Dragonite or Rayquaza. I think Dragonite's probably better, assuming you can get 2 good restricteds. But going near the end, you know, you're kind of saying, okay, I'm not really getting 2 good restricteds. In that case, I'd rather take Rayquaza and then get a better A tier, but I wouldn't take both. They're so similar, and you're probably not going to ever bring them to the same game because chein-pao is not going to last long enough. Chein-pao is going to go down before whatever extreme speeder you're using, so I don't think you need both of them. I think one of them is fine. And you just have to make the decision at week 0, right? Dragonite is better because it has better abilities. Multiscale is really nice if they don't have Intimidate and Fake Out, or Fake Out or Intimidate, and then Inner Focus is great in a team like mine where I have Fake Out and Intimidate. I fully expect it to be Inner Focus if it's Dragonite. Rayquaza can really only do one of those, right? It can't ever actually do Multiscale because it doesn't. There's no item that does that, but it can do one of the 2 functions of Inner Focus with either a Clear Amulet or a Covert Cloak. But actually, don't even. No. Yeah, Fake Out is +3 priority. So it will go before the E speed. But I don't know. I wouldn't get both. Rayquaza, I will say that the airlock is nice because this is a restricted format. There's going to be a lot of weather teams. There's 2 sun teams and a rain team and a sand snow hybrid team, which is kind of crazy in a restricted format. Also has, you know, Tornadus can set any weather really. So it's just any weather it wants because it can set all 4 of them. The only prankster to be able to do so. Actually, Klefki can do it too. No, Klefki cannot set snow, but it can set sand now. It did not when I had it on a sand team. That was pissing me the fuck off in Gen 8. Yes, anyway, back to this. These Pokemon, I think, are the good ones, right? I don't know why I was highlighting that. Necrozma is actually, I think, one of the premier steel types in the series. C tier is like a steal for Necrozma-dusk-mane. That one is actually pretty damn good. So that's like, might actually be one of the best value restricteds of the draft if I'm looking at it, because like, oh, Kyurem White's really good in C tier too. I think those are like the 2 value picks. Rushroom's okay, but I'd rather have Kyurem White than it. I'm not in Colin agreed, but the Kyurem White just went earlier. Yeah, that's a really good pick. So like those, what is that, 5 now? The problem is everything else is kind of shit. Vedvalt, for some reason, always just grabs, like, maybe the shittiest Paratrap mode known to man between Wigglytuff Gothitelle. I didn't even see this when I was initially planning. That's really bad. Like, that's atrocious. Wigglytuff is not a good Pokemon. And it was Vedvalt last season, too, that had, like, the Goth... No, it was... Who was the singer? I think he had the best singer in the game. He had Primarina as the singer, and he had Dugtrio originally, then switched to Gothorita, then switched to Gothitelle, then realized he was out of switches and couldn't drop the Gothorita. And so instead of dropping the Gothorita, he dropped himself out. Yeah. Torracat's actually pretty good. I like Torracat in C tier. Pretty good value for a support mon. The problem is that Rayquaza, or Pheasantipity, is not it here. Pheasantipity is okay on slower base teams. It was actually really good when Colin and I had it in multi-battles, but we went to time every week, right? Like that's just that's the win con for multi-battles. You go to time. Pheasantipity is great for that, actually. Here, I just see it sitting on the field, and all of his hyper offense mons just dying while it sits there and doesn't do a whole lot. Raichu is, I think, specifically, like, usable into me, but it's, like, really bad into every other team in the league, but it's, like, usable into me, and it's not even, like, great, right? Because it's, like, it's atrocious into Treads, pretty good into Jugulus, but it really doesn't hit Miraidon for anything. Walled by this guy, I guess this guy, he hits this with Electric, and he hits this with, this one with Psychic. And it's pretty good into Jugulus, except for the Dark move that I can hit him with. Pretty good into Moltres and Gyarados. Yeah, I do actually kind of expect the Raichu. And I haven't prepped for it, so maybe I should do some practice games versus it. The guys that I expect, chein-pao, 100%. One or both of these two. I just don't see why Volcarona wouldn't come. It's just solid. Then Necrozma, yep. And then some combination of Raichu or Torracat. So, like, maybe something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Maybe something like that. Gothitelle. Trick Room's an option versus me. The big thing is that it doesn't even matter, right, if he gets it up, because the guys I'm scared about are chein-pao, which is, like, quick, right? Quicker than everything but Miraidon and the Quark drivers. Then Dragonite and Rayquaza. E-speeders, doesn't even matter if the speed control's in his favor. necrozma-dusk-mane actually does matter. That could be scary if he sets up the Trick Room. Anyway, the guys that I have got are a kind of crazy Miraidon. I've got Electric Drift, Dragon Pulse, Power Gem, Protect with an Electric Seed, a lot of defense, 100 speed, and then just some amount of special attack. That special attack, I actually don't even remember what it's for. It does one-shot this. Is it one-shotting Rayquaza? Oh, I know what it's for. It's for Volcarona. Volcarona, max special defense with a calm nature, dies to Power Gem. That's what that is. Originally had Terra Rock on this, so the Terra Steel is to resist, I'll show you that in a second. Terra Steel is to resist Ice, Normal from both E-Speed guys, Walls Pheasantipity forever, which is not even something that I was considering, but, you know, maybe. It'll resist Psychic, which is the move that this would hit me with, and it resists Psychic and Steel. Not Ground, so if this has a Ground move, it can hit me with that. Yes, so the important thing here for this is for Dragonite. Dragonite, this is for E-Speed with Sword of Ruin up, no Terra, and then let me get the Dragonite Choice Band, Terra Normal. E-Speed's doing 58, and then once the guy dies, it does 44. So those rolls are in here. I've got my 176 HP. Is a 5% chance to 2-hit KO me. I take those. I take those odds. Also, I do have the Terra Steel to resist it if I need. If I see the first one crit or got a high roll, I can Terra Steel and live the second one. Or I could just Terra Steel immediately and just take no damage, because if it's Choice Band, like if I know it's Choice Band, just tank. Yes, and the special attack for that. The speed is important because that is faster than chein-pao at -1 is 136, and we're 136. I'm faster than some other shit. What is this faster than? Because that guy is not fast. 136 at -1? What is 168 faster than? Huh? Is faster than Rayquaza? I am faster than Rayquaza. Does he have a base 100? What's his fastest guy? Is he faster than Volcarona? I'm just faster than Volcarona. I didn't even remember that I did that. Okay. Oh, it's faster than Fez. Fez too. Fez and Volcarona, so I felt like that was probably worth it at the time. Could drop it, actually, now that I'm realizing that the I'm gonna be taking some hits. It's only a few more EVs over Rayquaza, which is worth doing. It is worth going faster than Rayquaza, so it's only a few more EVs, so I might as well do it. Next up, we got Iron Hands, and maybe it's worth making this guy min speed in case Vedvalt does decide to set up Trick Room with the Gothitelle. I'm thinking about that. I have Drain Punch, Wild Charge, Ice Punch, Fake Out. Originally, this guy had the Electric Seed, but then I swapped to AV just because I liked it. We're doing just big damage to everything, right? This is just big damage guy. Dragonite. We'll do Choice Band. Ice Punch kills, right? Like, that's kind of crazy. Even that, actually, it doesn't kill that one. Actually, when we put up Electric Train, it fucking kills anything, right? This guy is crazy strong. Look at this move. That's neutral. What the fuck? Why is it 78 to 88 neutral? This guy came with EVs, bro. Rayquaza probably... Yeah, Rayquaza dies outside of Electric Terrain max bulk, like, most of the time. And then, of course, if you Terra Normals, boom! Drain Punch kills an Electric Terrain almost. That's ridiculous. What about Dragonite? I didn't do that one. Oops, not that one. Dragonite. Dragonite Choice Band. Terra Normal in the Electric Terrain. Yeah, that's kind of fucking crazy. What else? I probably two-shot... I think what the bulk is for necrozma-dusk-mane. Get Sword Dance. Scary, scary stuff. Yeah, we two-shot him with Wild Charge, and we'll live a Photon Geyser. With Terra Steel, we live 2 of anything. So that's fine. Then we got Fake Out just to stall a little bit. Next up, we got Iron Treads. This is one that's changed a little bit. Originally, the moveset was High Horsepower, Ice Fang, and Iron Head. I did change... I actually thought of this... which week did I bring it? Or think about it. It was probably versus the Koraidon team. Yes, it was versus the Koraidon team. I ran Ice Fang that week as well because, you know, obviously into Koraidon, Brute Bonnet, Enamorus. This used to be a Shaman Sky down here. And Murkrow, you know, like, why am I not going to bring an Ice move, right? So the thing is, I'm like, okay, I was torn between Expert Belt and Booster Energy. Well, I wasn't torn between the Booster Energy. I just liked the damage boost on Ice Spinner. Not being able to miss is really nice. Plus, the secondary effect of Freeze doesn't even matter in the sun. You can't freeze a Pokemon in the sun. You can flinch them, though. But I'm like, okay, well, here's my thinking. 20% on top of 65 is yeah, 78, which is just slightly weaker than the Ice Spinner. If I could run the Ice Spinner, the big problem with the Ice Spinner is that it removes my own terrain, which means I get slower. So my thought was I could either do Booster Energy, Ice Spinner. So I'd remove the terrain, then I just get the Booster Energy and then gets fast again. Plus I could also reset the turns without having to stall 5. Like if Miraidon's like, lead Miraidon, switch it, or Volt Switch I think I was running at the time. No, not on that set. I thought about it, but I didn't end up doing it because I did Substitute instead. But then, like, the problem is that if you do that, you have to, like, either bring it in with a few turns left of the terrain, or you have to wait 5 turns before you can bring it back in, which is pretty hard to do with a Hyper Offense team. But I could remove it with Treads, then bring him back in. So I like that idea. I didn't end up doing that because I just thought the damage on, there was a Sylveon here before, which I was not getting without Expert Belt, and I was getting it with, so I liked the Expert Belt more. Here, I can't afford to do this. This also lets me not lead Miraidon, bring this plus something like this, or probably not that, but probably this if it was anything. Get fast. I have Rock Tomb. 165 is actually not even important. It's just giving me that. Actually, let me do some Iron Treads calcs, because originally I was calcing for Life Orb. This is probably changed. Versus max HP Prism Armor. Yeah, I still do like that. We can drop to 236 though, I think, right? We can drop to 244, which then lets us drop that. It only saves us 8 EVs. It might not even be worth it. Because that's a jump point on the speed, so it might as well go up to the 164. If it was saving me 16 EVs, I might consider it, but for 8 now, it's not. But anyway, into chein-pao. we can Rock Tomb for like half, right? And then we'll put it to -1, which is actually quite important because we have some guys on here, aka one guy, 137, that'll just move before it and KO it with something else. Pretty cool. I actually kind of fuck with that. It also does give us a backup option in case the chein-pao Ice Spinners away our terrain. Like, that's another thing I'm considering, is that the chein-pao probably has Ice Spinner Ice Move to remove my terrain, which I've become a sitting duck if it Ice Spinners the Miraidon. This guy then just gets slower, and then chein-pao's free to either finish off the Miraidon, because my Miraidon is not max speed timid, because I'd only be speed tying. I didn't want to just speed tie. Or could be picked off by an extreme speed or something, and then the chein-pao will be faster than me and is free to go for a fighting move into me, Sacred Sword. So I didn't like that. Terra Ghost is actually, if you look at this, everybody is Terra Steel. This guy's already a Steel type, so I didn't feel like needed to do that, so I just went Terra Ghost for, just Fake Out on the team, and then E-Speed, but I'm already resisting E-Speed. I resist Fighting. Like, Flying might be a little bit better for Fighting, and ground coverage. Ghost is good enough, and Ghost also lets me switch in case of Shadow Tag, which I have not prepped for at all. I don't have a single guy on this team that's good into Shadow Tag, but I think my team's a little too offensive for that to work. Next up, we have Iron Dragulus with a Covert Cloak. This is one of the items that I changed. Originally, it was I don't even remember what that item's called. Cheilon Berry? Yes, it was Cheilon Berry to take half damage from normal type moves, aka Extreme Speed. Then I swapped to Covert Cloak because the Raichu, I was actually thinking that he might actually bring the Raichu. So I did that for Fake Out so that I can still get up a Rock Tomb or a Tailwind. Tailwind's pretty important because Miraidon should be faster than Raichu. $178. What about Modest? 62. I'm faster than Modest. Because it doesn't go max speed, right? Fucking knowing Vedvalt, he might just do max speed Timid. But if it's sashed, I could expect max speed Modest, which I'm faster than. Anyway, I didn't even remember that I had Flash Cannon on this. That hits, like, chein-pao, Fez, and Wigglytuff. But then Dark Pulse hits everything for neutral on this team. Yeah, actually, the only things that resist Dark are chein-pao and Fez. And Wigglytuff, all of which are weak to Steel. That's actually really funny that Dark Steel is decent coverage. Is it normally decent coverage, or is it like just this team that it's good into? Wait, why is Dark Steel good coverage? I'm just like looking around, and I don't see a mon on this list that resists Dark and Steel. Wait, actually, is that can't be perfect coverage, right? Okay, Zamazenta resists both. But that's weird, right? That's good coverage? I guess it makes sense, right? King Gambit's really good in OU. Huh. Who would have thought? Anyway, this guy also has Rock Tomb. I ran it 1 week in the past. Never clicked it. Maybe I can click it this time. Considered dropping Tailwind for Protect, but Taunt actually could be kind of shiced. Because in my testing, I've never clicked Fake or Tailwind. I actually really like the Taunt. The Taunt's kind of nice. I can stop some nasty shit like the Trick Room here and the Perish Song. I like that. I like that. Anyway, next up we have Gyarados. This is just a classic bringing the back Andrew. Maybe not game 1 because I expect this to be Inner Focus for sure. But also depends on whether or not the Rayquaza comes. But I really think the best item for necrozma-dusk-mane is a Clear Amulet. So, like, if the two premier physical attackers both have ways to avoid Intimidate, a little bit less good, especially if the Raichu's there. Like, if all three of that is true, then this guy becomes a lot less good. I do still like it, though. The Rocky Helmet plus the Bulk is kind of nice. Plus, if I force him to use his Terra elsewhere, Ice Fang does just, like, I don't think it one-shots, but it's really close to a one-shot on Dragonite. Actually, I think it might just be a... That's the wrong Dragonite. It might just be a one-shot after... Well, yeah, if it's, like, not super bulky. Like, if it's like this, yeah, that's a one-shot after Rocky Helmet Chip. That's really good. I do have taunt on this. I forgot that I had a taunt on the team elsewhere. I do kind of like the 2 though. The 2 taunts is kind of nice. But Talon could be good. Talon could be good. It's tough. It's tough. There's also a consideration to make you also faster than chein-pao. That means that you need to go up to 137, which is like really fast, which means that you can't be adamant anymore. That surely is a jolly, right? When you need this much. Which means you have to give out the jolly. What are we doing with this attack? Is this one-shotting Volk? It's not that. It's going to be that at the most. That is just, yes, that's exactly what we're one-shotting. How do we do into necrozma-dusk-mane? Just max HP 4 defense. Do we do 4-shot it? Gosh, that's rough. That's pretty rough, actually. It would be really nice to be faster than -1 chein-pao. Actually, how do we match up into it, though? It would have to be Iron Treads. Iron Treads does into chein-pao. Iron Treads does 47. Gyarados 52.9 and 47. That's like perfect. But the problem is we have to drop our attack to get faster. What is max speed Gyarados? 133, and then you at -1 are 136. Yeah, we gotta go jolly. That sucks. And then we gotta go. We could just go max 50. Yeah, we don't have the damage that we need anymore. We need an offensive item. Might not happen. Alright, I'm gonna think about the... I can't afford this, because I can't afford a Mystic Water. Mystic Water is too shit. Oh, dang, if only I could just be a little bit naturally faster. That's really unfortunate. If I could do that adamant, I would. Next up, we have this one. This might be the riskiest thing that I'm doing. Giving up all that bulk is very kind of unfortunate when the team is as priority-centric as it is. But that's very important to outspeed the -1 chein-pao. I got Photon Geyser, Moongeist Beam, Meteor Beam, Protect with a Power Herb. I'm naturally a Ghost type, so I can switch from Shadow Tag. I got Terra Steel. Now, this is one of the Terra Steels that I'm actually not sure on, because I do kind of want something that resists Dark. That's a big thing, is that the chein-pao, the big thing is that I can Rock Tomb plus just kill it with Meteor Beam, but I am worried about Sucker Punch. So I do want a Terra that matches up well into Dark, but the problem is that then I would make myself susceptible to a extreme speed by Terraing out of my Ghost typing. So I thought about Steel, because Steel is like, it's neutral in this Dark, but then it also still resists the normal. Plus this team just does not hit Steel types like good at all. My normal typing is really good though. Types that resist Dark are Fairy Fighting and Dark itself. So of those three, I think it would be Dark, right? Because Fairy is weak to Steel and it's weak to Poison, but who cares about Fez? So it's really just weak to Steel from Necrozma, which we don't really want. Dark is weak to Fighting, which chein-pao has fighting coverage. And Bug from Volk and Fairy from Fez, but Volk and Fez are not really offensive threats here. And then Fighting is weak to too much, right? Fighting is weak to Flying from Rayquaza, and Psychic from Necrozma, and Psychic from Raichu. So yeah, of the three, Dark is the best one, because it's only weak to Fighting coverage, not even Stab from chein-pao. Maybe I do Dark. It also prevents me from Prankster, but there's no Pranksters here. Yeah, I don't know. Now, okay, the last thing to determine is Iron Hands' speed. What is the slowest guy on this team? Is it Wigglytuff? Oh god, Wigglytuff's slower than me? What the hell? Okay, what about Gothitelle then? Sassy Gothitelle has 63. That's slower than Sassy Gothitelle. Now, if 62 hits 124, what about, like, neutral speed Dragonite? Okay, that's kind of nice. I can outspeed Dragonite under Tailwind still. What's neutral Iron Hands hitting? 70? Oh, that's nice. Because then I outspeed Dragonite. What about Jolly? Oh, that's nice, actually. Well, Dragonite doesn't go Jolly. It has to go Adamant. So just neutral there. What's the lowest I can go while still outspeeding this? 24? 85 on just a neutral. What about Sassy? 76. Sassy 0, we can never. Yeah. What about Modest? This might be worth it. It might be worth doing 24 IVs Iron Hands to still outspeed the Dragonite. Under Tailwind. Actually, maybe we outspeed the Rayquaza under Tailwind. Yeah. Disconnected from PokemonShowdown.com. Can't do it. Alright, I think 24 is optimal. Because we'll be slower than, I don't even remember what it was. It was, sure. Actually, I'll work offline. That's fine. I like the 24 because it keeps me faster than just max speed Adamant Dragonite, but it also puts me slower than in case he fucks up the genning, which actually happens quite often. Sometimes when you do a min speed, it'll just bottle cap it for no reason. So that'll have us faster than 31 speed IV but sassy Gothitelle, or also in case he messes up the minting process, it's slower than Modest 0. So in case he messes up his Trick Room Gothitelle, I'll be slower than it, but I'm still faster than max speed Dragonite under Tailwind. But is that worth it though? Hang on. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna go 14 speed IV, which puts me 1 slower than Gothitelle, min speed Gothitelle, and then that also keeps me faster than Volcarona, uninvested Volcarona that hits 120. Under Tailwind, I'm 124, which is also, you know, faster than uninvested Dragonite, and also faster than uninvested Rayquaza, just by, you know, them being slower, and I guess Fez, by them all being, and Torracat, by all being slower than Volcarona naturally. So the correct speed is 62, 1 point slower than Goth. Yes, this is correct. And then, at that point, we switch back to Tailwind here, I think. Because we have Taunt here, right? We don't need double Taunt. Taunt is only good into, like, one of his modes that he might not even bring. So I'll bring Tailwind, because I think that's good into some other stuff. And then Taunt here. This one I'm still worried about, and I'd love for some speed on this, but I don't think I can afford it. I think I can afford it. Let me just do a calc. Gyarados, Jolly, chein-pao. Make this Mystic Water. Wait. What I need to do? 57? Wait, let's remove this for a second. Adamant, I need to do the exact amount that it's doing right now with 156. I need to do 53. Okay, put Mystic Water. Make it Jolly. Did my phone just die? Okay, it went down to 5%. Okay, we're chilling. We're alive. Let's actually get a little bit better roll. Okay, now we put necrozma-dusk-mane. We're still 4-shotting that. That's fine. And then Dragonite. Dragonite. 2-shotting multi-scale, but it's not going to be multi-scale. It's going to be that. Make it that. Still 2-shotting Dragonite. What were we doing with Adamant? Let me just duplicate this. And then we put in this Gyarados into Dragonite into this Dragonite. But you just gotta do something else because the thing always messes up. You're doing 79, 66. So he's still killing a crit. What if it's speedy? That one is dying. This one is not dying. And I assume Rayquaza is, let's see, 91, 95. Rayquaza 105, 90, so it's bulkier. Actually, it's about the same with this spread. $68 Jolly, and then raise the speed to speed tying this 137. Oh, I have to give up bulk too. That does feel pretty good, though. Alright, well, I'm not playing today. I'm playing tomorrow, so I'm gonna think on these. I definitely like this. I still like the Tailwind. Yeah. This is the only set that I'm considering changing. So when I get into it, it'll either be Rocky Helmet or it'll be this. So stay tuned for that little gotcha surprise. And yeah, we're gonna hop right in the battle. Alright, Rayquaza, Dragonite, Goth. That's the exact 6 that I prepped for. Rayquaza, D-Knight. He hasn't sent me his Terras. Great. Good to see he didn't have them ready after I said to get them ready. He still hasn't sent them to me. In the back, do I want you or do I want hands? I'll bring hands for the first game. Alright, I'm gonna wait here. I think I know what I'm doing. Yeah, he went fucking offline Discord. Alright, do I want hands? Yeah, I think hands is fine. He's not gonna fucking tell me his Terras. What a piece of shit. No, I'm not gonna say that. Because my philosophy in life is don't attribute to malice what can be explained by stupidity. What an idiot. I literally told him before he had to go change, I assume a Terra type or something. Because he just disappeared for 3 minutes. We were, like, at the selection screen. He just disappeared for 3 minutes. I assume he had to go change a Terra type manually. I'm gonna at him again. This is not what I expected at all. I should have had the thing. Gothitelle versus Miraidon. Electrodrift is 68%. It's Frisk. Okay, I can just switch if I want. I think I do want to switch. I swear to God, if something surprises me... Should we Trick Room? Okay, there's no Protect. That's a one-hit KO. Oh my God. Dragonets. Okay, so it's not Trick Room at all. It's some other shit. How fast can that get? It can be faster than my Miraidon. So I'll Steel. I'll Dragon Pulse this. Fake out that. Still waiting on the Terra types. Let me just be here. Okay, Rayquaza, Water, chein-pao, Ghost, Necrozma, Fire, Dragonite, Ground, Gothitelle, Water, Volcarona, Grass. I'm cheering. Cheating. Okay, at least he sent them. Gothitelle Water. Yeah, I would have been fucking pissed if that Gothitelle whipped out a Terra Ground before he told me what the Terras were. Rayquaza's Water. Let me write them down. Water, chein-pao, Ghost. chein-pao Ghost, Gothitelle Water, Dragonite Ground, Volcarona Grass, Necrozma is Fire, I think is what it said, yeah. So something is Terra Inc. Is it the D-Knight? Is it Terra Ground D-Knight? Yes, it is. Okay, good thing I didn't Electro Drift. Okay, he will be taking a lot. Not a kill. Necrozma protects is fine. Dragonite. Let's just see damage. Okay, what is this? This fake out from me into him. Is this Earthquake or is this some other shit? I'm faster. This is gonna be more than half. That's gotta be... yeah. Stomping Tantrum. And that's into my Miraidon. I should live this. Yeah. Oh, let's check that damage. Stomping Tantrum from Terra Ground into my Miraidon does... oh gosh, where's my calculator? 176 minus 62. And then we changed my Miraidon to 4, 8. That's not Trisband, that's some other shit. Okay. Oh shit, it's fast. I forgot about that. Do I live this? Oh gosh, that's actually pretty bad. Miraidon's gonna take a second KO. Gyarados and Intimidate? Or this guy? Who could it be? It could be... Gothitell's dead. It could be Volk. I think in case it's Volk, I do this. We're also going to scout an item on it. Rayquaza, okay. Clear Amulet, okay, that's what I thought. Let me check the terrain turns. 2 turns? %78% on this Ice Fang. That's a great protect. Leftovers? What is that? Weakness? Okay, okay, it's leftovers. Or citrus. Leftovers. Switch this in. Wait, no, I'm fine. I've got booster energy. I think I'm okay. This doesn't kill. That did nothing. That is 6 damage? Oh my god, it didn't kill! That's another one from Miraidon. The Crossbow Shield Photon. And then that was meant for Rayquaza, but sure. Quark Drive is gone. I won't show... he saw Booster Energy, but I don't know how... if he's smart. I don't know. I'll taunt. Okay, it's got Iron Head too. And if he had to move to hit a Steel type, he would have gone for it already. Okay, I did reveal taunt for like no real reason, but it's fine. That is a lot of damage. Wow, that thing is... Oh, it's a crit. Okay, that's about what I expect. Photon Geyser. Not gonna kill. Not even doing half. At +1. Good to know, good to know. And then Gyarados is gonna get one. Okay. What was the Gothitelle doing? It wasn't Trick Room. And it wasn't even Shadow Tag. Rayquaza showed E-Speed, and that's it. Dragonite showed Stomping. Stomping is actually kind of scary when everybody on my team is Terra Steel. I don't think it was... I don't think it was Choice Band, though. Good to know that Steelhead does wall necrozma, though, just forever. The fact that Miraidon took the +1 Photon and the Extreme Speed and lived on 2, that's so good. With that was Terra Steel to resist both and Electric Seed. Okay, now this game I do kind of expect the chein-pao pivot. Would it be chein-pao Dragonite though? Is my question, because that's kind of bad for Miraidon. I do like the hands. The hands are pretty good. Treads is good. Treads is good. Maybe I do... Do I do Treads? And then do I do Gyarados again? Gyarados would also cover... I do like Gyarados. I do like Gyarados. Is No Hands throwing? No Hands is fine. No Hands is fine, I think. Do I have Ice Punch in my hands? What's my set? I think I do, right? Yeah, I got it. Because obviously I'm going to run Ice Punch with double Dragon Flyings. Show me Volcarona and Necrozma, okay. There's my Electric Seed. Okay. It's crazy to Terra Grass here, right? For him, for his Volk. My question is, do I just immediately... I don't think I need to Terra. I think I'm okay. I'm okay to not Terra. I do this in Tailwind. This should kill. Like, every Volcarona have to be Charty Berry to live. Okay, yep. Right, gets another one. Show me Dragon Dance. Okay, it's just Photon. Here still would have been good. I don't even think this does half, though. Yeah, it doesn't even do half. This is an amazing position. I got Tailwind up. Oh my gosh. Dragonite. Okay, Dragonite. Miraidon. When it Terra Grounds... My Dragon Pulse is doing about half. What about Jugulus? Week 4. Dark Pulse is doing that much. I think I do Dark Pulse. The Dragonite, because I can Dark Pulse, then I can Dragon Pulse and Dark Pulse next turn for a KO. A clean KO. Because this should be Terra Ground, Stomping, into my Miraidon. Jugulus, or the Necros is probably just going for Iron Head or Dragon Dance. Probably, either, maybe it could even be Protect. But I think Iron Head into Juggy is the worst case scenario. We Protect. Let's see, does he Protect with the... No, okay. Okay. Iron Head into that, that's worst case scenario. And show me Stomping into... Yep, okay, perfect. Got the turn right. Now, I don't think Dragonite usually carries Protect, so I feel pretty safe. I'm gonna Terra... and then double the Dragonite. Okay. And then that's another KO from Miraidon. It's 5 for Miraidon. Dragon Dance, I don't care about that. I have turns of Tailwind left. One more at least. I think this one's less likely to have Protect. Holy shit, that's strong. It doesn't matter. Because it's a kill from Miraidon, it's 6 from Miraidon. I live. Tailwind's gone. I think we're gonna go for Rock Tomb. Okay, it does have Ice Shard. Okay, there's a chance that didn't kill. Bye-bye, Pork Drive. I'll show off all the moves. Why not? Jugulis gets one. Nope, it does not. That's bulky. What the hell? Okay, Gyarados gets 2. That's a good game. And if you enjoyed that, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.